I called Jim.
And do you remember what he said to you?
She's gone. I said, what do you mean she's gone? He said, she's finally done it.
A loving wife and mother just up and vanishes.
I knew something was wrong there.
But her loving husband doesn't react how you'd expect.
The defendant did not assist in those searches. On some occasions, sat in his recliner and was drinking beer.
I wish they'd find her and solve the whole problem. You know, right now I'm at the point where I hate her. I hate her for what she's doing to this family and what she's done to everybody.
He begins to peddle stories that don't quite add up.
She said if she was going to do it again, she was going to do it where nobody would find her.
Jim, it's hard to hide your own body.
Years go by, and his patience wears thin.
If you guys think I did something, God, arrest me and haul me in. Because I didn't.
I know the first time you talked to me, you figured I killed her. I know you did.
Soon, a secret love triangle emerges.
One of the loves of your life. She is also in custody. Is it worth that, Jim?
And with it, a motive.
You've been lying. Today you lied on the stand to the judge, the court, okay? Is that accurate, Jim?
Yeah.
Until finally, he breaks.
You don't want to be caught now?
Okay, I'll admit, I killed her. There, I killed her.
This is Crimes of Passion by Law&Crime. I'm Sierra Gillespie. Pittsfield, Wisconsin is a small town. There are only about 2,000 people who live there. Just 20 minutes east, you've got Green Bay. It's known worldwide as Titletown, the frozen tundra, home of the world's first 2 Super Bowl trophies awarded to the Packers. But all that, Lambeau Field and the like, casts a massive shadow. And in that shadow sits Pittsfield. It's just a matter of miles away, and yet it feels like a different world. Pittsfield is the kind of town where everybody knows everybody. With so few people, the absence of just one speaks volumes. So when 59-year-old Victoria Vicky Prokopovitz vanished into thin air, it was an immediate cause for concern for almost everybody.
Jim is our stepdad. He raised me since I was 12. I called him Dad. He walked me down the aisle at my wedding, and he was grandpa to my boys. We were a typical family with ups and downs, good times and hard times. We loved each other just as families do. I trusted him. Jim's lack of concern in the search for answers about my mom and his lack of compassion towards us is something I still don't understand. Family, friends, strangers, search and rescue, and law enforcement did everything that they could to try to find our mom.
Vicky Lynn Edges met James Prokopovitz in the mid-70s. They both had children from previous marriages, but soon created a blended family. They were married on October 21st, 1989, and started their lives together, creating a home in Pittsfield. Jim worked for years at a landfill company and as a long-haul trucker. Vicky, on the other hand, spent most of her time at home, staying back with the kids and keeping up with the house. And like any family, they had their ups and downs, namely Vicky's ongoing struggle with depression and anxiety. On multiple occasions, she attempted to take her own life. Vicky's daughter, Stacy Deere, says she spoke to her mother back in 2003 about a time Vicky attempted to overdose on pills.
I had called Mom, and I remember specifically I was standing in Target, and I had said, Mom, what is so bad that you feel this is your only way out? And she said, it's a feeling that no one can ever know unless they've been there. It's something you can't describe. And she said, and you feel that's your only option. And then she did tell me, she goes, I say that, but I really don't mean it.
Vicky's son, Wesley Edges, said there was another attempt in 2008.
You just found her on the floor?
Yes.
How did you know that she took too many pills?
Just by the way she was breathing and the way she was acting.
Okay. Did you call 911 that time?
Yes.
Okay. And were you living at the house at that time?
Yes.
Vicky had other medical ailments too. She battled colon cancer for a time and even had to live with a colostomy bag and walk with a cane. It wasn't ideal, but her husband Jim was seemingly supportive every step of the way.
Does she have a job?
Nope, she doesn't work. She's on disability.
For what?
Depression and stuff. She's on psychiatrist care. That's where we were yesterday.
When?
Her appointment was for 3 o'clock, and we were there until 20 to 4, when we were in there. It was like a 15, she has to be there at 3, and then that's a prescription that I was supposed to get filled, that I got to get, you know.
Where did you go in with her?
Yeah.
And what was discussed?
Oh, she had surgery. In July. She had a colostomy. She had the bag on for about 3.5 to 4 months, and then they did a reversal. And after that, she was sort of, down. She thought she should feel a lot better than she did.
By April 2013, Vicky is seemingly on the up and up. She's had the bag removed and is getting around a lot better. She's taking her daily medication for depression and anxiety. Vicky's family says she knows she needs to take her medicine. She wouldn't skip a day or leave it behind. And that's why it's so strange that Vicky's medicine is left behind following her disappearance. What's more, her phone, wallet, and purse are all left behind too. Vicky Prokopovitz just vanished from her home.
And at the time that your mom went missing, were you advised that she had left anything behind?
Her purse, her money, her cell phone, her cigarettes. She's a 3-pack-a-day smoker. She would not go anywhere without her cigarettes, so that was concerning.
Okay.
If she was to leave the house, she would have taken her purse. We also, when we searched the house, found her dentures, which I don't know why she would have left the house without her dentures.
And soon her husband, Jim, is taken in for questioning.
You said that she's been gone before, she's been missing before?
Not missing, but she'd go for a walk. She's a walking person. She likes to walk. And she'd walk. But she'd always come back.
There would be never a time where you would have to go look for her?
No. Not
What's
right.
the longest period of time that she's ever been gone where you were worried about where she might be?
Half hour.
So, is this the longest period of time?
This is the law.
Later witnesses, like Vicky's own daughter, say the idea of her going out for a walk is way out of character.
So it's just not misconstrued. Around this time, based upon your knowledge of your mother, she would not have been walking outside that property.
No.
But to begin, detectives have to talk to Jim. He explains what happened leading up to Vicky's disappearance. His day begins on April 26th, 2013, between 3:30 and 4 a.m.
How come you get up at that time?
I leave for work about 5 o'clock or a little after 5 for Georgia Pacific. I work for Kiefer and Sons, but I got to be there between around 6, quarter to 6.
Okay. So you got up at 3:30, 4 o'clock?
3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay. And your wife was not around at that time?
Not at that time.
Okay. Is that...
First, I got up, started a pot of coffee, and sometimes she's down in the basement or wherever, and I hollered for her, and I thought maybe she fell asleep down there, because she does that once in a while. She'll be watching TV or...
Sure.
And I went down, she wasn't there, went upstairs and looked. I looked all over through the house, couldn't find her.
Jim literally walks detectives through what he says is the search for Vicky.
Yeah, I hollered, honey! Then what did you do? Honey! Well, then I went, hollered upstairs. I went up and just hollered up the stairs. Okay, go ahead. I just walked over here. Go ahead. Do exactly what you did. Yeah, I walked over here. I said, honey! Okay. She didn't answer. Okay, then go ahead. Then I went here, went down in the basement. Go ahead. Thought she was down here. Turn the light on. Down the steps. Honey! Okay. I walked over here, I think it was. I don't remember. It was here first. Look. I walked over here, opened this door. It wasn't open. I looked in here. Here. Okay. Did something. Nothing here. Okay. Then what happened? Then I went. I went looking in here. Okay. And then I looked in here. Okay. I don't remember if it was in that order.
And then Jim, do you remember, if she's not answering to your yells, do you remember why it is that you felt the importance to look in every spot?
Because she tried to kill herself down here in the basement once. That's why.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Yeah. So you were looking.
I found her in that room.
Okay. So you were looking to see if she was in distress.
Yes, I was.
Okay. Okay. That's why we're asking.
That's
why
what I was looking for. I thought if she tried something, maybe I could find her in time.
Perfect. Okay. Then what happened?
That's like the time when she tried to commit suicide at home in town.
Okay.
If Wes wouldn't have come home when he did, she would have been dead.
Sure. Then what happened next, Jim?
Then I went outside. Went over by the garage. Well, I could just tell you, I walked over by the garage. The doors are all locked on the outside. I think sometimes it's easier when you walk away. But whatever you can remember, fine. Whatever you think you tell me you don't remember. It's okay. I'm still looking for her to see if she's in the yeah. So I walked over here. I saw all the kids were in the doors. So I knew there was no way she was in there. Okay? No way they could be locked. So then I walked over here, I think.
After an exhaustive search of the house, Jim hops in his truck to look for Vicky.
You're driving around. What are you thinking? What are you looking for?
I'm just looking for somebody walking down the road.
Okay. And the reason why you kind of pointed in this general direction is?
This is the way that we usually went if we were going to town.
Okay. So you thought she'd maybe walk in the way she knows?
Well, she knows other ways too, but this is the one we usually use. Usually go down. I usually always go this way if I'm going to town. I don't know why.
Well, people have their habits. Did you try to call anyone while driving?
I tried calling her on her cell phone.
Before you went driving or after you started driving?
After I started driving, I think. I don't remember if I tried to call before or not.
Okay. And you remember what happened?Id you get an answer?
Got her voicemail or whatever. Okay. No answer.
Okay. Did you leave a voicemail message?
No, I didn't, because she never answers the things anyway.
Sure.
Then I went this way.
Okay. Are you getting nervous now that you didn't see her at home and now you're not seeing her?
Yeah, well, I started to get nervous after I didn't see her within the first. Now, I don't remember if that's the way I went first.
Sure.
Or if I went up.
But either way, you went on these roads.
I went on these roads.
Drive or here.
Went on these roads.
Jim says he can't remember how long he drives around before turning back and heading home. That's where he meets Vicky's son, Wesley.
So then Wes came home. I said, "Do you know where mine is? I can't find her." He said, "No, right out here."
Okay.
I said, "Well, get in the truck and drive up and down the roads, and I'm going to go again." He said, "I'm almost out of gas." I said, "Okay." So I went in the house. I said, "I'm going to go look."
Go ahead and do that.
Wes hasn't seen Vicky either, but Jim still isn't that concerned. So rather than calling police, Jim just heads to work.
I didn't want to tell anybody what was going on. I suppose I could have called the girls and everything else. I didn't, because she wasn't basically talking to the girls.
How about Wes? Did you try to call him?
No.
To see if she came home or anything?
No, I didn't. I didn't remember his cell phone number, and I didn't have it in the phone.
Did Wes help you look for her before or after work at all?
I don't remember if he did it. I think after work he did. I'm not sure. I don't remember, Roman.
You said you didn't look for her after work. When you came home?
When I came home, she was gone. I called the cops right away.
Gotcha. And so which point did you discover her purse?
It was laying in here on the... It just happened to be sitting there. I don't remember what time
Do you remember?
I think if I found it when the officers came here or when, I don't remember, Roman.
When Jim gets home from work and Vicky is still gone, that's when he finally calls police. They respond to a scene where everything seems to be in perfect condition.
I saw that the bed was made, and in keeping with the theme of the house, the bed was made very neatly and very ornately. Lots of ruffly pillows and dolls, like porcelain face dolls, like laid out specifically in a bedscape on the made bed. I remember looking at it all and thinking that it was odd because Mr. Prokopovitz got up at 4 a.m. and he said that Mrs. Prokopovitz wasn't in bed. So in my mind, Mrs. Prokopovitz had to come back from her walk and make the bed and put all the dolls and pillows out, or no one had been sleeping in the bed at all that night.
So based upon all of the information then you had on that date as you were investigating, the information that you were getting was appearing to be somewhat inconsistent to some of the evidence that you were seeing at that time.
Yes.
As investigators collect information on the scene, the Brown County Sheriff's Office kicks off a large-scale search for Vicky by both air and land. And during these searches, Jim makes unusual statements. Here's Vicky's daughter, Stacy, again.
He would say, we're wasting our time. She's nowhere around here.
According to Jim's own daughter, rather than helping in these searches, Jim kicked back and enjoyed a cold one.
He came after everything was done.
So he didn't participate in that search?
No.
Do you know approximately how long he was there when he did arrive?
Not very long, a few minutes.
And you had the opportunity to view his physical appearance and demeanor?
Yes.
And did he appear intoxicated?
I don't know if he was totally intoxicated, but he was definitely drinking.
And you said that you saw him, he was drinking the day of, do you know how many drinks he had that day?
He was drinking beer, I didn't keep count.
Did he look like he was fall down drunk?
I wouldn't say fall down drunk, but you could tell he had enough.
How do you know that?
I grew up with it, I could tell.
And through this allegation emerges a darker truth, that perhaps Jim did have a drinking problem, and that the seemingly loving relationship between he and Vicky was darker behind closed doors.
But that one time I went out there, she said he was a little overbearing, where he wouldn't let her do her own thing.
Okay. Well, and do you know who handled the bills in their relationship?
He did.
And therefore, did he handle the money?
Yes.
Did you ever see that that would affect the decisions your mom would make with being able to buy things? Did you ever hear anything about Jim gambling?
He gambled a lot. Yeah.
Okay. And did you ever have the opportunity to view that Jim liked to drink beer?
Yes.
Was that pretty well known?
Yes.
Was that something daily or monthly?
Almost daily.
Investigators noticed this too.
When you interviewed the defendant in one of your pre-planned interviews, you showed up and he was drinking a beer?
Yes, I don't know if I've experienced that to my recollection where I am meeting with somebody as a pre-planned interview and they're waiting for me drinking alcohol. I was surprised to see him at the picnic table waiting for me with a beer in his hand.
On July 30th, 2013, police asked Jim to stop by for a polygraph. He agrees, but when he's there, he says he doesn't have time because he has to work.
I'm trying to sit down with you, so I'm not arguing on this in 30 minutes, Jim.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is when I called you yesterday, you said that you wouldn't be, your work schedule is difficult all week. I asked you, that's fine, could you make some arrangements after work? And you assured me that you would.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was going to be this long.
Your wife is missing. It's not going to be 30 minutes.
I understand that, but I didn't know what you wanted. If you would have said that you're going to have to take a lie detector test,
That's right.
so
I'm telling you,
I would have told
if
you,
you
I
have-
can't get the parts today.
So that's what I'm telling you. You have some other obligations. I'm more than happy that you meet those obligations, but we have to weigh that with the importance of trying to resolve this.
Yes.
Right, because the sooner I can do that, the sooner I can move on.
And Jim doesn't take this lightly. He starts to push back on investigators. He even gets angry.
I'm getting ready where I'm going to want an attorney pretty soon. This is getting on me.
Why?
It's starting to wear on me. You don't believe me. Nobody seems to believe what everybody's telling. We're all telling us. The kids are telling the same story. The friends told the same story, that she was different. This woman.
No, there's no doubt.
And I know he thinks I did something to him. I know he does. I'm getting that feeling. I'm sorry that he thinks I did something to her.
Well, I mean, like you said, Jim, and this is the first time I met you, right?
Yeah.
You said it yourself. You know, the husband and the family are usually the first people that we need to look at.
I cooperated with them. I gave them everything they wanted. I didn't question why. What do you need this for? What do you need that for? No, you can't go in the house. You search for it. I said, go.
No, you're right. Everything I heard, absolutely. They all said that you cooperated. Absolutely.
I mean, I couldn't.
So why would you want to stop now? Don't you want to just run this all until the end?
Yes, I do. Okay. But it seems like nobody believes the story that 30 people are telling them.
Well, I mean, the story, from what I'm gathering, I'm getting into this a little late, but everybody said that she was different.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean...
No, I know.
This won't be the last time Jim has an outburst with police. 3 years later, he loses it once more. And again, it's caught on camera.
So I want you to tell me where you were seated when you guys had dinner. Sure. Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
But it was at the
3.5 years ago, you're asking me where I sat at a kitchen table? Okay. My God, man. And you're asking me what kind of... Do you pay attention to what your wife wears every time she gets dressed? If you do, you're a good man, but...
No, the simple answer to that, Jim, is I don't. However...
Yeah, I know you don't. But say, God forbid, something would happen to your wife. Would you be able to tell everybody what she had on? Or what she wore? If you guys think I did something, God arrest me and haul me in. Because I didn't.
I never asked that.
He said I did.
Well, I'm talking
at that interview. Right to me. I know you did something to that woman.
I'm talking now.
Well, then
that's why he hasn't said a word. He hasn't
Well,
said a word. Because sometimes you get angry like this, I don't feel safe. So
well,
I asked him to
I don't get angry very often, but this is getting to be...
What's ridiculous? I just asked you to
We're trying to help
remember.
you
I know
find
you're trying
answers.
to help me remember. But 3.5 years ago...
Then tell me you don't remember.
I don't remember.
Perfect. I'll move on to the next thing.
Where I was sitting when we sat
okay.
down.
But you remember that it was here,
It
not
was
in the
here.
living room.
Yeah.
That's all I need. That's all I need. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, but
Jim, it's okay. If you don't remember, tell me you don't remember. I understand it's been 3 years. And I have yet once to say anything to you that implies, even remotely, that I think that you did.
It's about now when investigators learn Jim has already moved on from Vicky. He's dating another woman, Kathy Friday.
And then just walk me through again the casino part.
Walked into the casino, I was walking around looking for a machine to play, and I thought I recognized her.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked up and I said, "You look familiar." At first she didn't recognize me, and then she did. When I...
Been a long time, like 20 years or what?
Almost 30 years.
30 years, yeah, of course. I wouldn't recognize me either.
You know, I mean, she just looked familiar.
Right. Yep.
You know, even if you don't see somebody for 20 years, you think, God, that guy looks familiar.
Something
that
clicks.
lady looks, you know, just something. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Turned out that she got divorced not long after I quit driving. When I sort of lost contact, didn't talk to him for a long time. You know, I ended up calling her about 6-7 years after I quit driving, just see how everything was going, how her husband, you know, whatever, if he was still driving. Oops, she was divorced. Threw him out. She living with another guy. And the old guy died. Would have been November of 12. She asked how things were going. I said, well, could be better. So my wife took off and said, can't find her, don't know what happened. She said, and I said, how's things going with us? She said, well, Marv died. I knew about Marv because I called her a couple times after that, just for, they said, someday you guys want to meet, we'll have coffee, I'll meet you halfway.
Tell me how long you meet with her at the casino.
Sure. We sat and talked and talked and talked, and then we went to the truck stop and had something to eat.
Just the two of you?
Yeah, just the two of us.
So that's why you didn't think that anybody...
I didn't think if she had anybody with her or not.
Oh,
no.
She didn't say anything?
No, she didn't say anything.
So you went to the truck stop in Wittenberg, is it? Or...
Well, that big one there, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right next to it, right down the street, right?
No, it's out of town on 45 going south.
Okay, so you talked for a while at the casino, then you went to the truck
went
stop,
to-
talked for a while there.
Had something to eat.
Yep. And then what happened?
Yeah, went home.
And you went home and she went home?
Yeah.
Or did you guys didn't go to each other's house or anything?
No.
Okay, and then from that point on, you started talking and meeting?
And one thing led to another, and that's where we are now.
That's the first time Jim tells detectives about Kathy. It's now August 2nd, 2016, 3 years since Vicky's disappearance. Kathy's name is just now coming up, but Jim reignited that old flame years ago. He's been with Kathy for 3 years now, starting just after Vicky went missing.
He had said that an old friend had called him at work, and they had gone out for dinner and drinks and had a good time. And then he said, I'm not saying anything is going to happen, but if it should, how would you guys feel?
And did he identify the name of that old friend at that time?
Yes.
Did he say her name?
It was Kathy. He had said he was hooking up with her before he met our mother. And she was teetering the thought of a divorce, and he stated he didn't want to intrude on that. And then left it at that, and then ended up meeting my mom and pursued a relationship with her.
As Jim became involved with Kathy Friday, did you see his attitude towards you and your siblings and your family change?
Yes.
Did he become very invested with his relationship with Kathy Friday?
Yes.
And what did he seem to care about most after your mother was found to be missing?
Moving on.
And who did he appear to be concerned about?
Kathy.
Kathy Friday's own children sense something is up. Her relationship with Jim seems so callous in the wake of Vicky's disappearance.
At some point, do you and your sister, Jennifer, confront your mom about her relationship with Jim?
Yes, we did.
And why did you guys do that?
Because we did our own digging and stuff, and we found out that she was lying about things. And so we confronted her about it, and of course I was confronting her about it because I was concerned about her life. And, and it just did not go too well between my mom and my sister and me. I mean, my sister and my mom really got into it. They stopped speaking after that. I continued to talk to my mom, even though, I disapproved of her relationship. She was still my mother. I still love her.
But the disintegration of what happened between you and your mom and your sister prior to Jim entering the scene, you were all getting along better?
Oh, yes. Yes, very well.
And did that change after the relationship your mom had with Jim?
Big time.
I asked her if she was concerned that his wife was missing, and she said that his wife has attempted suicide multiple times in the past, and that's what's believed to have happened. And I said, then, where is she then? And she said, well, there are quarries around the area, there's lots of vegetation, and hopefully a hunter will find her. And the way she said it, I was so taken aback by her coldness. To this day, I can still picture her, how it was just like no emotion, just like, yeah, this is what happened. And
with respect to any information that your mom offered you about Vicky, was that information she would have received from Jim?
I would presume so.
Time hurries on, and the search for Vicky continues. Her family is breathing down investigators' necks, begging for answers. And every time, the trail leads straight to Jim Prokopovitz, who still isn't cooperative.
I'm done answering questions. If you want to know something about Vicky, I'll try and help you. And it was on TV. Oh, that she wasn't depressed or anything else. She was seeing a psychiatrist when this happened. She was on medication when this happened. None of that goes on TV. No. None of that's on there. It's never on there that she attempted suicide a couple times and was bound determined to do herself in. That was never mentioned. I know you have no control over the news, but all this is coming out, but nobody is saying about what it was like for the 5-6 years.
You know, you could talk to the news.
I don't want to talk to the news. I don't want to talk to anybody anymore. I almost wish I was dead right now. I'm getting so tired of this that I'm 71. I hope the hell I have a heart attack and die.
You feel like hurting yourself, Jim?
Huh? No, I don't feel like hurting myself. I wish I'd go to bed one night and never wake up. That's what I wish right now. I'm tired of worrying. I wish you guys would find her.
The way Jim speaks about Vicky during this interview sickens detectives.
It's terrible. I hope she's 1,000 miles away when she turns up. And then there's no way in hell I could be responsible. Because you can go, I don't know how you'll be able to do that for an hour or whatever. You'll be able to tell how many days I was at work all the time. Usually 6 days a week. Sometimes 7.
So if she's located 1,000 miles away, you would like deceased.
What? A deceased or alive? I don't care. And if she comes back alive, good. Then everybody will look foolish.
Mr. Prokopovitz was crude, vulgar, uncaring, disinterested, unattached, detached, uninquisitive, wanted no information, didn't want to cooperate, was sick of answering questions. Not what is normal with victim families in my experience.
But it finally catches up with him when he's caught lying under oath. This comes in May 2019 during a John Doe hearing. In this type of hearing, prosecutors ask a judge to hear out a case to determine whether a crime has been committed. Both Jim and Kathy Friday are called to testify, and both lie while on the stand.
If I were you, and you want to control some of your destiny, you got to do that now.
See what you asked me, I'll try.
It's not about what I'm going to ask you, Jim. It's about what the truth is. And everything that was testified today was not the truth.
No, not everything.
And that's going to get you jammed up. You're under arrest.
I know.
You're detained.
I know.
Okay? We want to talk about a couple things going forward. Okay? I want to tell you about Kathy and some of those things, but before I do that, I have to read you your rights because you're in custody. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If at any time you don't understand a question, you don't want to answer, you want an attorney, you want to stop, you want to tell us to get out, you want to tell me to get out, Roman to get out, whatever, okay? But I have to read you your rights.
All right.
Okay? You all right with that?
Yes. I'll talk to you. I got nothing to lose.
Kathy's been placed under arrest. Just listen, okay? Just listen to me. Promise? Roman and I we just got done with her, and we talked to her for a long time. She said a lot of stuff on the stand, okay? We know that there are some things that weren't true. We know that, okay? She has set the record straight on some stuff. This is no bull.
Alright.
Okay? She's sorry. She's regretful. She's crying. She's taking some responsibility.
It's soon revealed both Jim and Kathy weren't entirely truthful about how they reconnected back in 2013.
The meeting at the casino did not happen.
No, it did not.
Okay?
It was at the truck stop.
So tell me about that.
It was at the truck stop.
So Vicky goes missing.
Yep.
How long after Vicky goes missing does it take you to reach out to make contact?
I don't know.
With Kathy?
6 weeks, 5 weeks. I don't know.
Instead of running into her by chance at the casino, Jim says he called Kathy in May 2013 to wish her happy birthday. They got to talking and decided to meet up for coffee.
She pulled up right alongside of me, looked at me and smiled. And I knew it. I knew her smile. I knew it was her. And we got out, gave her a hug, and we talked and talked.
How long?
Oh, for a while. And I said, "You want to stay at the motel tonight?" I don't know. She was, I said, "Well, why not?" Because her son just won't take care of this critters, right? I said, "Yeah." I finally talked her into it.
Okay.
Went to the motel, we talked for quite a while.
The first time you ever had sex with Kathy was that first time you met with her at the truck stop and then went to the hotel?
Yes.
And that was 5, 6
6 weeks, maybe longer, I don't remember.
Fair enough.
5, 6 weeks, plus or minus.
Jim claims this was after Vicky disappeared. But if that's true, detectives ask, why come up with this fake meeting story in the first place?
At what point, Jim, do you find out about, or how does the casino story, how does that come about? Be honest with me.
We just figured it'd be better than saying we met and shacked up right away the first night.
And who thought of that?
I don't remember if I came up with it or Kathy came up with it.
And just tell me, that sounded better to you guys, because why?
I don't know.
I mean, if you got 2 consenting adults, you go to the motel, why do you have to have a story?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why.
And you don't remember whose story that
No,
was?
I don't. If I mentioned something that way or she mentioned something that way.
But there was an agreement between you two.
Yes.
That
would be the story.
This is the story.
Whatever. That was the agreement between us.
This interview on May 9th, 2019, marks a turning point for Jim Prokopovitz. It may just be the exact moment when he finally breaks.
Jay, if I say she's dead, then they're going to say, well, he did it. He knows she's dead.
You lied on the stand today?
I did that. I'll admit that. But I do not know where she is. So help me God.
She doesn't go poof.
I know
You were the last one to see her. You were the last one with her. You were the last one to hear her.
I don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you right now. I'd tell you right now because I don't want Kathy in trouble.
You don't want to be caught. You didn't want to be caught today on the stand.
And you lied.
All right. You don't want to be caught now.
Okay, I'll admit, I killed her. There, I killed her. Kathy had nothing to do with it.
Tell me what you did there.
I don't know. I don't know where she is.
Tell me how you killed her.
I don't know how I killed her.
Tell me how you.
I didn't. So I can't tell you.
Did you?
I can't tell you. I don't know.
Well, did you choke her?
No, I didn't choke her. I don't know where she is.
Was she alive when she got into your truck?
She never got in the truck with me.
Did you assist her with something?
No, I didn't assist her with anything.
Did she ask you to do something?
No, she didn't ask me to do anything to her or for her. I don't know where she is.
Was it an accident?
No, honest to God, I did not hurt that woman that day. I did not do anything to her.
Call her that woman.
That woman. Okay, I'm sorry.
That
I did not.
justifies her.
I did not hurt my wife that day. I did nothing to her. Nothing that night.
Past that. You're under arrest for killing your wife.
I know I am.
So let's fix it.
I can't fix it because
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
can. Because you know what? We can't change what happened. What did you say once? I think you said, we can't change what happened. All you can do is carve a little something for yourself in the future.
That wasn't me. I never said that.
I think I proved you wrong on the stand today. I have a recording of you saying that.
Yes, you did.
I have a recording of you saying what I just said you said. So here's what I'm going to tell you, Jim. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We're past that.
I know we're past that.
And
Roman, I'm telling you right now, I know I lied to you before, I lied to Jay before, and I'm swearing to God right now.
But
I know you're going to say you swore to God before and you lied.
Yeah, right.
But I do not know where she is. If I knew, I would tell you right now. I do not. I know you don't believe me. Well, then that's the best I can do is tell you I don't know because I don't.
And Jim's vulgarity only gets worse.
Jim, what would happen to a body if you put it in those sludge ponds where you worked?
I don't know, you'd probably never find it. Only, I wasn't working at sludge ponds.
I know. But if you put a body in there.
I had access, but it wouldn't disappear.
Do you think the police can prove you killed your wife if we don't have Vicky's body?
I've heard of people being convicted without finding the body, so I assume yes.
Right.
Heard about it on TV. I mean, you hear about it. I assume yes.
Yeah, well, the answer is yes, you're right. We can prove you killed your
Yes,
wife.
you can probably prove.
So the only thing I want is her body. That's it.
Roman, if I could her body, I'd give it to you. I don't know where it is.
Oh, that's colorful. You want to your wife's body.
Oh, you
that's
know.
colorful.
All right,
Hold on, we started with that woman. Now you're going to her body, huh? That's the route you're going to go. This is your wife that you love. This is your wife that you love for 24 years.
That isn't the way I meant it.
One that was disabled because she had mental health issues.
Okay.
It's now that Jim Prokopovitz is finally charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of Vicky Prokopovitz 6 years after she disappeared. Expected to be a key witness at the trial is Jim's new girlfriend, Kathy Friday. But on the eve of sentencing for perjury, Kathy dies by suicide. Even without Kathy's testimony, prosecutors feel they have a strong case.
The weeks that followed, the numerous searches that were done at the residence. Searchers are reporting overhearing comments like this. You will never find her. She's not there. You're wasting your time searching that area. Defendant's own daughter, who you'll hear from, Lisa Masty, told officers that the defendant would express anger, that more searches were being done to try to locate his missing wife. Again, at this point, it's a missing persons investigation. The defendant commenting that there would be no blood or no teeth, that even if they did find her, they wouldn't be able to identify who it was.
But it's an uphill battle. Investigators never found Vicky's body, something the defense is quick to point out.
We sit here today with no body and no evidence of how she disappeared.
The defense argues Vicky wanted to disappear and just took her own life.
The only person to know what's happened to Victoria is Victoria. The problem with mental health is you never know when it's going to come on. You can have a good day, and just like that, it can change to a bad day. This is a missing persons case. Still is a missing persons case.
Testimony carries on for 14 days, with over 44 witnesses called, all piecing together the story of Vicky's disappearance. Until finally, each side makes one last statement.
When you live with somebody with mental illness, day in and day out, it's difficult. Didn't mean he didn't love her. He probably loved her more than anything. They want to use the idea that he got together with Kathy Friday, and that was his motive. They're commiserated together. But they didn't want their family to look at them strange, so they gave a story about meeting at a casino. They wanted to keep their relationship private because they were trying to protect their families.
The defendant, from the beginning, said she is gone. She is dead. You are wasting your time. And ultimately, to a couple of lay citizens who didn't know Vicky, and they didn't know Jim before they happened to be housed with him at the Brown County Jail, that he indicated to them that he was 100% certain that Vicky is dead. And furthermore, that they're never going to find her body.
It takes jurors about 24 hours of deliberation to reach their decision.
As to the offense of first-degree intentional homicide, as charged in count 1 of the second amended information, we, the jury, find the defendant, James M. Prokopovitz. The verdict has been marked guilty.
Jim Prokopovitz is sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, the highest possible sentence in the state of Wisconsin. He's currently serving out his sentence at the Dodge Correctional Center in Waupun, Wisconsin. The old adage, no body, no crime, ceases to ring true. To this day, the body of Victoria Prokopovitz has not been found. Only her killer knows the truth. And so far, that secret is one he's yet to reveal. This has been Crimes of Passion by Law&Crime. I'm Sierra Gillespie.